Stop! Don't do it. Before you do that next workout, and yes, absolutely you should do it, you want the ideal warm-up. So it's a two-parter, in case you didn't know. Most of us ease into exercise, but we miss the number one component that makes sure you have a great workout and you recover well so you have a great next workout. I'm going to show you my favorite dynamic warm-ups and where it goes and why it's so extremely important. Here we go.
This one's called a spider. So you're in a plank position, you step forward with one leg, and then you reach up with each arm, rotating side to side.
So in that, you're seeing flexion and extension, spinal rotation occur in this spider. So there's so many great things, but you may also say, okay, that's wonderful, but I actually can't get down to the floor. Maybe that isn't going to work for me because of knees or hips or just other mobility things preventing you from doing that. So I've got two more options to show you. So you may eliminate that one right now, but you also might say, okay, if I don't do that one on the floor, I could just put my foot up on a bench, step my arms up, rotate, put that foot back, change the other foot, putting it to a bench. So are you in as deep a flexion? No, but the flexion that you're in could be very appropriate for the moment that you're in, and that is all that matters. I'm Debra Atkinson. I'm the founder of Flipping 50. It's the home of the first and the only exclusively made for menopause fitness membership in the world, and I'm the creator of the Flipping 50 Menopause Fitness Specialist. If you're a health coach or a personal trainer or want to be and want to serve midlife women, let's take a look at dynamic warm-ups and talk about where, when, why, how they help you get the best exercise.
I love this one. You don't have to go all the way to the floor if you can't yet, but the biggest thing you want to focus on is keeping your weight in your standing leg heel, making sure you're using your glutes.
Let's talk about the benefit of that. So first of all, you've got 6, 12, and 18 inches away from you. So from the top of your toe, 6 inches, then 12, 18, you get it. What you're doing is dynamic balance, meaning your center of gravity is not just over that base of support in your feet. So if you're standing there in tree pose and it's nice and quiet, that's all lovely, but we never fall when we're in that situation. So what you need to do is practice doing something with movement. First, doing that in your quiet home studio, focusing on first the dynamic motion. Then actually you want to raise the bar and you want to focus on, let's do that in a place where the TV is on, right? So have you noticed that you need to turn down the radio if you're driving in rain or snow to eliminate the information overload that's coming in? Like, there's too much stimulus here. I have to pay a little bit better attention. So if I want to see better, I'm going to turn down the radio. Well, actually, there's a lot of smart information coming in from those decisions, whether you knew it or not. Same is true when you're exercising. So when you start, okay, let's do it quietly, no movement. Then let's do it quietly, adding movement, changing your center of gravity, or changing your focus, turning the direction of your head so that you're looking elsewhere. Then let's move it into a crowded room where there's a lot of things going on. So if you're doing this in the middle of a gym floor between your sets, perfect. Why? Because people are constantly moving. Even if it's just out of the corner of your eye, you see movements happen like this, that is a good distraction. You can be staring at yourself in the mirror, but still see those things going on. That is fascinating for your brain to have to deal with. I am stabilizing myself. I'm not going anywhere, even though I'm getting all of this external stimulus. Now, you then take your focus off of yourself and you start looking at something else across the room. You watch that person moving while you're maintaining your own. That's raising the bar just a little bit further. Then you can take your shoe off. So now you're in barefoot on that floor, less stability again. There are so many ways that you change the game, but what we're really doing is improving your reaction, your response, your ability to right yourself. Now we were truly working on balance from starting where you are, moving the bar up slightly and progressing all the while. It's just like if you were strength training, this would be so very obvious. We're going to start with 15 repetitions of a 5-pound weight. Then we'll do 8. Then we'll do a 10-pound weight. Then we'll do a 12-pound weight. We have to have that constant overload going on with exercise. You'll see it again in the other demonstrations that I'm doing. Watch this.
Don't get distracted here by the overhead press. If you have shoulder issues, stop the weight at your chest. Again, weight in your heel, super important. So you're using the glutes, not stressing forward. The weight doesn't have to be heavy. It's not about muscular fatigue. It's just about having a prop, making it more challenging.
That's it. Some of my favorite dynamic warm-ups. So here's the real lesson. Think about a warm-up being a single part of your workout of any kind. Short duration, long duration, the warm-up should still be there. It'll just shrink or expand to the time that you have. A warm-up is 2-part. You start with some dynamic warm-up. That could be just going for a walk, elevate your core temperature. You're not necessarily needing to be breathless. You're elevating core temperature. Yes, your heart rate will come up if you were sitting at your desk and now you're walking naturally, but that is not your goal actually yet. Just elevate that core temperature so the muscles and the joints are more pliable. Your muscles get more pliable like a rusty old rubber band you pull out of the drawer. It's going to snap and break, but if you work with it a little bit, it's going to be more pliable. Your joints and your ligaments, basically the joints get lubricated. As you move them, you get lubrication, fluid flowing in that joint so that when you're now asking it to do more leverage, more reps, more weight, more resistance, it's got some mobility in it, and that's going to be far more comfortable. So if you jump right in and do the strength training, you don't have that. You don't have that fluid yet. It's not going to be as comfortable. So your warm-up, taking the time to do that actually makes your workout more effective, and the payoff is better, but it also makes it far more comfortable. And we all are much more likely to exercise more if it's more comfortable. We'll do that, yes, please, all day. Hope that makes sense. All right, let me know what your questions are down below. Let me know if this was helpful down below. Please subscribe, so hit that button. And if you would, please share this.